And they're very dangerous. You gotta watch them. For the most part, they're pretty fucking simple here, because they really don't do shit. Like, I'm shooting him directly in the asshole, and he's really not doing much about it. Guess who's playing on easy? Yes, that's right, people. I am playing Resistance Fall of Man on easy now. Basically, I jumped back into the menu, did a little level select, and jumped on easy because, you know, just in case. Like, the thing about this is, like, I feel really bad when I die and I have to, like, edit footage and stuff, or I keep most of the deaths in the footage. And, you know, part of that is because, you know, I provide shitty commentary, but at the same, but you know, it's shitty commentary I don't want to have to repeat for that specific section, right? What I've said was already what I said, and it was relevant to that specific piece of gameplay where I got shot or I died or something, right? But it's commentary. That's why you watch and technically listen, so that's why I keep the deaths in there until it reaches a certain point where it gets really extensive, and it's like, okay, well, maybe I should cut that footage. And then I stay silent all the way up until when I get to the part where we were, and then I have to do that post-production where I cut that footage out, and I had a little thing like beep, and it actually looks pretty funny. It's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that little, you know, production value of it, but at the same time, it's, you know, it could be a win-win scenario if the gameplay is flawless, and I don't have to do any extra sort of bits and bobs. So, we going bitch style on this with easy mode. And for the most part, it does feel a little bit easier. I can actually continue doing the stupid run and gunning that I'm doing. You know, I'm not actually trying to play the game tactically. I'm just kind of like going like balls to the wall crazy. Which is kind of easier on me, because then I have more of a free-spirited mind to let out all the dumb things that I think of, and then, you know, post them on the internet. Because, you know, that's all well and good. Like, that's what you want, right? You've told me this. You've said, Ryan, I want you to tell me about things that are completely irrelevant to your YouTube channel. You know, games are games. Video games, awesome. Like, oh, there's gaming channels on YouTube. There's a bunch of gaming channels on YouTube. I'm going to try and offer you something you're just not going to find on any other gaming channel. And that's insane dialogue and talking. Just one person, you know, no one else is here. I'm all alone. It's really just me and you sharing really, really deep moments. Really, really, really good moments. I mean, we get a little, we can get a little bit sexual, even if we wanted to, right? I could maybe undress you, and then you could be like, whoa, I don't know if I'm ready, and I'll be like, listen, if you're not ready, we don't have to go any further. And you'll be like, you know what? I think you're the right person for me. Like, I think we can. I think we should take this to the next level. And I'm like, ooh, like, all right, like tonight's the night. But then it's like, oh, I don't, babe, but I don't have any protection. And that's when you're like, you know, you're young kids. You're like, oh, that's fine, that's okay. And then we do it, right? And then, you're late. And then that's when things get really serious. Moral of the story is people use protection. So how's everybody been? This is part 5 of Resistance Fall of Man, and we're getting into a cutscene. Isn't that great? This is weird.
Hell, mate, you alright? Get in here!
Captain Mitchell's squad had located the convoy. Unfortunately, Stalker sightings in the area made immediate recovery impossible. The Stalker is one of the Chimera's most feared weapons. They move quickly and fire anti-aircraft missiles with deadly accuracy. The technology used in the Stalker remains one of the most intriguing and frustrating mysteries of the Chimera. Mitchell had been fighting a losing battle most of the morning, holding out until reinforcements arrived. Meanwhile, the Chimera kept coming. To everyone on the ground, it seemed the convoy was all but lost.
So the Stalker is a big part of the Resistance universe. So from that cutscene, I'm going to be judging on the fact that we are going to be facing one soon. We're getting into a part of the game where like I'm probably not going to remember as much things, but I'm going to assume the Stalker's in this level. Very standard enemy, to be honest. I mean, just shoot the yellow on its back. You know, sort of the cooling apparatus, which doesn't necessarily make sense because it's not a chimera, but you know, video game logic, you need a weak spot to attack. You can shoot it anywhere, I think, right? But you can shoot that specific part to do some extra damage. Yes, yeah, this is definitely the Stalker level. It's nice, huge open area, and he'll be coming right on in at some point. I was gonna say something, I already forgot it too, and it wasn't involving the Stalker, or was it? Or was it? There are a lot of Chimera here. Holy shit. I mean, really, the Stalker's in, like, pretty much every Resistance game. Was he in Burning Skies? Was he? Like, it's a person. I don't remember facing a Stalker in Burning Skies. Which is odd. Oh, yeah, well, here's what... Okay, so we're talking about the Resistance universe, right? One question I always posed when playing Resistance Fall of Man is that you've got Americans and you've got England and, you know, Europe, and but that's it. So I'm going to assume Russia is completely wiped out at this point, or not, you know, completely, certainly. There's people left over, but, like, I guess to the point where you're not going to see many Russian soldiers or something, like they're, like, most of them are gone, like, but something as big as, like, an alien invasion, basically, it's like, why are, like, not all nations involved in this, right? Like, why aren't, like, America, like, why isn't Japan involved? Like, most of Asia, like Mexico or something. Like, I don't know, like, whatever is fucking available. Now, you also got to keep in mind, I am not at all very good at history, geography, anything involving the such, so keeping in mind that this is all time sensitive to, you know, 1951, I'm not entirely sure how, you know, the readiness and availability of all those countries back at those dates. And I would also assume that communication was very poor back then. So it wasn't very easy for Japan to just talk to America, and it wasn't that easy for, you know, Germany to get a hold of San Jose and California. Just random ass locations, right? Like, I would assume that communication wasn't up to par. And I guess there's just, you know, there's a lot of unanswered questions about the Resistance universe. But I would just assume, like, a huge alien invasion that's, you know, clearly we're getting our asses fucking handed to us. Because it's alien technology. They're completely far better than us. You know, when you're talking about the Stalkers, for example, like, oh, the Stalker technology is, like, really intriguing to them because they can't quite figure it out. Because, of course, they can't figure it out. It's goddamn alien technology. Ooh, we're playing on easy, and I'm still having some trouble here, but if that's, of course, because I'm just running and gunning. Wow, really did die. And that's from the, that is from the other Chimera's auger, which shot through my shield. It's not going to protect you from everything. But yeah, you just have to, you have to wonder about that. And that's certainly a question that always piqued my interest. At least we got a semi-decent good checkpoint to this dropship coming in. Which, he's taking a sweet-ass time. God damn. Any minute now. Ooh, what should I set up? What should I go for? I've got one thing of carbine special. The L1 button shoots out a nice little, you know, grenade. And that's double barrel. That's not really gonna help me. Yeah, I'll just do this. I got a lot of grenades, so. I just want to get these brutes out of the way. I forget what they're even called. I know the standard Chimeran foot soldiers are just hybrids. And then some of the other stuff I mostly remember, like Grims, which are, again, like kind of the feeble-minded ones. Kind of lanky and just kind of useless. And they're really there for, like, sort of multiplying and just building, you know, making the presence known on Earth, I guess. I don't know. Were Grimm's workers? Did they kind of do like lackey work? Kind of like the first couple of guys that are in Resistance Fall of Man. Jeez, this was a big dropship. Where's the Stalker? There's a lot of health drops around here, I'm going to assume, which I'll look for them right now. Right now. I want it right now. Oh, there's the Stalker. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of health drops. I don't know, should I get close enough to try and do some Rossmore damage? Yes, no, maybe so. Now, Resistance 2 and 3, these Stalkers get shields. Yeah, he, like, clearly sees me, so I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get behind him. And that's clearly not doing any damage, so. Ah. That thing's doing a lot of damage. It's looking right at me. Isn't there a way to distract it or something? There we go. Rossmore. Ooh, double barrel. Oh, that made him angry. Oh, fuck, and then he shoots the rockets, damn it. I don't even think shooting it front damages it at all in Resistance Fall. Man, does it? Gotta ask a lot of fucking questions. Oh no, that's fine. Blew up. Yeah, woo, we did it, woo. Celebrate good cutscenes. Come on.
Mitchell to command. Site secure. All stalkers down. You've got your convoy. How about getting us a sodding medic?
Parker here. We're inbound, Captain. 4 minutes out.
I picked up Hale after the mission. I had seen him approach the containment cell on the convoy. The cell had 14-inch lead walls, but even so, given Hale's condition, I didn't want him anywhere near it. With the Stalkers gone, we were able to airlift the cell back to Northern Command. The exchange with the Americans would have to wait. We were about to execute a very risky offensive operation. The Chimera had been using a network of underground tunnels to attack undetected. The tunnels formed a nexus in Nottingham, and if we sealed them off, we would at least briefly have the upper hand.
So what you've seen there is now, of course, you see Nathan Hale. He's got the yellow, sort of ambrish eyes. That's because he's got the Chimeran virus. He's not completely turned. He's not completely infected. But the virus has, it's very slow moving. And because he's semi-infected, he sort of has like a, like he can see visions and shit like that. And basically kind of like premonitions here. He understands what's going on within the Chimeran mindset. He's like getting... sort of vibes from the creatures. Kind of, I don't want to get too into it now. Don't want to get too into it, because then if we get too into it, we got to get a little bit out of it. Now, if you go too in, you've already gone too in. Like, what's done is done. You can't undo what's been done. Well, for most situations, at least. They got these little ass like tub things. You gotta basically just run up in here and just give them the old what for. Just fuck you, and then fuck your face. It's not often that you elbow somebody and they fly backwards. There's just so much of you. I'm liking the fact that we're playing easy now. I love going bitch mode on games, because it's easy. Nice, fun. You can have you can honestly have the most fun with games when you are playing them on the easiest difficulty, and that's like in terms of like, getting to try every weapon or having the ability to have a little bit of room for error, and just in general like playing the game however you choose to play it. But of course, then there's those situations where you play the game on the hardest difficulty, and you really got to play it tactically, and that's always rewarding and fun too. Like just recently when I was platinuming BioShock Infinite, that requires you to, the one trophy is to finish 1999 mode, which is the hardest mode in the game. Every time you die, you have to spend $100 to get respawned, and if you run out of money, then the chapter, like, you have to restart the whole chapter. And you have, the one trophy calls for completing that mode without ever accessing a dollar bill machine. And a dollar bill machine is where you can get health, you can get more salts, which is, a recharge for your, sort of left-hand powers. So it's a little bit challenging. Now, that trophy wasn't entirely challenging, but, to get a grasp of sort of situation where you play games in harder difficulties, it's like you can't try and use every gun, or you can't just have fun on the oh god, what do you call it? The railings in the game, the sky hooks and all that. Like, you can't really have fun with those. You gotta really use it. You gotta really play the game strategically. And I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Probably up here. So, you gotta attach the right gear to your character. I mean, like, certain vigors are just pretty much useless to you. Certain weapons are pretty much useless to you. There's no use in even trying to have fun with a certain weapon or a certain vigor, because ultimately you're just going to risk losing too much life and stuff, so you gotta use the right weapons. If you can hear this noise, I'm going to stay quiet. If you can hear that noise going, that, my friends, is my pet rat. Now, I've talked about him before on, ooh, look at this, a little bunker area. I believe I've mentioned him on Knack before, the Knack Let's Play. I've also talked about him a long time ago on the Spyro Let's Play, Spyro Year of the Dragon. I do have pet rats, and I love my pet rats. Pet rats are very affectionate. They're the smartest rodents by far, actually. They're smarter than guinea pigs. They're smarter than gerbils and shit. Gerbils are dumb as shit. There's very smart rodents. You can teach them tricks. You can potty train them. And we're talking about domesticated rats here, not fucking sewer rats. I'm not retarded. Domesticated rats are the sweetest things in the world, and I am a huge animal lover. It's not like I just have friggin' 14-year-old... what a 14-year-old pet should be. I have fucking 2 fish tanks. I have a blue lobster. I've had cats and dogs. I currently don't have any right now, just because of the living situation. And I got some pet rats, and they're adorable. Speaking of pets, man, I fucking love animals. I'm a huge animal lover. So, and it's one of those things where I love animals so much that I wish I could have one of each, cat, dog, lion.
I was directing the battle from the air when I saw Cartwright's squad had run into heavy resistance. I needed to get them help right away. A group of soldiers had just stormed a Chimera mortar position. Hale was the only one to make it out. I radioed him to look for a shortcut through an old train tunnel. The tunnel was mostly blocked by a Chimeran power conduit, but I knew if Hale could find a way through, it would turn the tide of the battle.
Yeah, animals. Yeah, I'm that kind of person who I'll discover an animal, learn how to take care of it, and then I'm like, oh great, well now I really want this. I want sugar gliders. Those are very interesting animals. I've never had one. I would love to have a duck. Ducks can be pets. They're fucking cool. Very rewarding pets from what I hear, but you need sort of a home for that. You need to be a homeowner because they need to have a pen. They need to be outside. You need to have a pond. You need to have water. So I probably will never have a duck, unless in the next 10 years when I maybe decide to buy a house or something with the money I don't have. So, but ducks are awesome. I would totally own a duck. There's like 17 breeds of fucking dogs I would love to own. I'm one of those pet lovers. Now look at this. Now that thing is fucking huge. Now this guy from what I remember at least, plays a big role in Resistance 2 co-op. These guys are fucking everywhere in Resistance 2 co-op. And they're very dangerous. You gotta watch them. For the most part, they're pretty fucking simple here, because they really don't do shit. Like, I'm shooting him directly in the asshole, and he's really not doing much about it. And then they're gonna explode. So you gotta watch out for that, because if you actually do stand right near them, they'll cause damage. So that's kind of a thing you want to avoid. Yeah, this is kind of a close quarters area. And I think this is the part where I was mentioning earlier where I played with my friend and I had him go down somewhere because I knew there were going to be dogs somewhere.
You don't have a scratch on you.
Fucking right I don't. I always wonder what the Resistance Fall of Man trophies would be like. Ah!
In the chops.
Oh, yes. Oh, daddy. Oh. One of the best weapons in the game.
That's for sure for you. Easy, Munson.
I don't remember it. Can you zoom? How do you zoom? See, I don't remember everything. I'm getting a little confused here. Oh. Oh, baby. This is nice. Oh, yeah. I like the it's kind of unfair, but I love the reticule for it too, because realistically you can just walk around and if you're accurate enough, you can get everybody with this thing. Now I'm out of ammo. So. Oh, did you hear that guy? He's like, "Oh, what's that with your eyes?" Cuz my eyes are fucking crazy, dude. I'm sick in the head, man. I'm sick in the membrane. Bullseye. Actually, what should I'm gonna use. Wait, do I have Reaper ammo? Now the thing I don't liked about I didn't like is when you get new weapons, the rings will like switch around. Like the Reapers used to be down here, now the Rossmore takes that place. I don't like that. Keep them where they were. Not to like bitch about something so stupid, but I don't know. Like, why would they move the shit around? Hey guy who moves the ring around, don't move the ring around. Don't do that. Hey guy who does that, don't do this. Shout out to Crystalia. There we go. Fucking Jesus. Now look at these fucking things. I was always fascinated by those things. I believe you they are something. You can look up what they are. I'm not sure if there's an intel on Resistance 1 for them, but I know there's intel for them in other Resistance games. And they're like, I believe they transport bodies, I think. But they're so fucking eerily weird looking. I want to shoot one down and then explore it. But they don't even look that big, to be quite frank with you. My God, why am I not using the Rossmore here? Wham! 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 Fucking right, dude. Look, they won't stop coming. They just want it. They want it. And I want to keep getting shot, which is happening right now. No. Don't reload. Don't reload. Don't reload. Oh, God. I got too cocky. Holy shit. Dude, does that stop at some point? Or do I have to, like, get up there? Huh. That is interesting. Aww. For real? See, I don't like, it truly bothers me when this happens. It really does. I really don't like it when these things happen. Actually, tell you what, it's the end of the Let's Play. I'll meet you back up there. How does that sound? I think it sounds good. I heard what you said. I heard it under your breath. You're like, it's good. Yeah, it's good. I'll see you then.